Hi, and welcome. Here we have the backwards donkey. Let's get closer. And it's also very neat because it looks like it has like bullets on the leg. Okay, next thing. Here we have perfectly stacked Jenga blocks, one by one. Nobody has lost yet.
Wow.
Here we have shish kebabs on a stick, perfect for a barbecue with all your family. Over here, we have the 9 to 5 office tables that you can't reach, so it's inefficient for a work environment. Here we have a large spider, one of my biggest nightmares. And this is what I see in my nightmares as well. And over here, we have an empty space where you can appreciate the echo from the brick caused by the brick walls. Thank you for touring with us. Okay, so here we have a large rock wall for those of you who cannot and who need more than just a small or a medium or even a large bowl. This is our biggest one, XXXL. Even Japan doesn't have this prototype yet. Now, as you look over here, you'll see a giant's bird's nest. Let's get up closer. You might be asking, what type of bird would this fit? Definitely bigger than me. That would be the type of bird. I don't even know if that type of bird exists.
It's a pterodactyl. It's a dinosaur bird.
Exactly that. All right, now let's look over here. This is a piece of sand that has been sculpted into what looks like a giant lump. Any commentaries from in the back? No comment? Me too. Now this is like a giant pimple on your face that just will not erupt. See all the cracks? That's if you touch it too much. That's what will happen to your face. All right, over here. We have a giant cone. This is bigger than the sorting hat that was used in Harry Potter. It was even larger than that. This is. Alright. No other comment about that. Camera woman, would you like to explain this one?
Nope. It's molasses.
These are molasses. Yeah, they're good for sustaining the environment in this museum. It gives more fresh oxygen to this museum environment. Over here, we have a box full of different crystal rocks. Why do you need this many? That's a good question. Maybe you're trying to have a crystal rock plantation. And this is the start. Very interesting concept. Let's get a closer look up here.
This
Any other further comments?
this is not enough to cleanse the bad juju
You need more than that.
It's semi-transparent.
Now this is something perfect that would fit into my future home. Just this piece right here. Do you think it's big enough? No? Okay. Here we have soil. And it's just as simple as that.
It's what?
Soil.
I don't think this is soil.
You don't think?
This is concrete.
Concrete soil. Yeah, if anyone knows what this is, please let me know. But without further ado, let's see. Let's examine the next room. So, if you think the canvas that you have at home is too small, let's look. This is me. Sleeping inside limits. But if you need a smaller canvas, we have this one over here. It's a very interesting design because there's different white paint strokes everywhere. If you get a closer look, you can also see the blue. So what I think is first the artist had to paint the canvas blue and then white on top of it. It's very interesting because I don't think an ordinary person can really come up with this. You have to have an artistic mindset. So, same with this one. I call this the white canvas room because everything is painted in white. Well, layered with other colors, but painted in white. So, over here in this exhibition, we have some barbed wires. It's to contain not only your creative thoughts, but
Pretty sure that was my idea. Keep going.
but to contain yourself. So, wait, hold on. Fine. So these are barbed wires that represent the guidelines that we as content creators face. Sometimes when we are unable to post something or when something gets taken down, it is emotional damage to the maximum and it's very sad. So this is me when some of my content gets down. It feels like you're being trapped in a jail cell where you're unable to express yourself with the content that you make. That is the deep meaning behind this exhibition. And here, it's like you're trying to get to the top. Like you need to find a job, but there's all these obstacles where you are unable to move up. It's a very deep meaning. And I think we should all take it into consideration.
So deep.
And over here, we have part of the shade. Because during COVID times, it was like you were chained to your home. So this represents your little home and then the area where you're not allowed to go outside of. And in this room, we have more barbed wires where we're unable to get to the other side. Sometimes it's difficult where one path is closed, but then another one opens. Over here, though, we get to the end. This is the swing of freedom. You have made it to the end, and you're able to pass by freely. Although the system's a little broken, because there's not two rails, so it just shows how even more overcomplicated things can get in life, where when you think you're at the end, you're really not, because there's only one rail instead of two, which can provide you to your next location, your destination. And this is life summed up in a nutshell. Thank you. So, if you ever run out of ideas on what to do with your bubble wrap, you can make a carpet. Very useful, very, very nice, especially when you have guests and you can make a presence as they walk on the bubble wrap. The guests will let you know that they are now there. So, over here, if you have a men's child and they happen to paint on your wall, it's okay. You can submit it to an art gallery and they will change it up into something beautiful like this. If you have bubble wrap and you have the trash bags, you can do something a little bit like this. Instructions are quite simple to follow, but it does take some creativity to do something like this. But don't forget, if you do have a newborn child or a toddler, have them do this on the wall too. But if they don't reach, you can put them up here.
Okay. This is very child safe.
This design with the, I guess can you call this folding? Folding in the paper kind of reminds me of President Washington, his hair, like his curly hair. But everyone has a different interpretation of art, and this is mine. Over here you have a handmade dog bowl or cat bowl. I have two pets, as you guys know. And this design is very amazing because your dog, while drinking some water, can have this beautiful piece right in front of them of George Washington.
All right.
Over here, same type of concept, but a bit different because this type of bubble wrap is more thick. So you want to have a thick out layer bubble wrap as well as the trash bag, blue colored specifically, transparent one outside.
Right.
Would you like to add on to any of this, camera woman?
Nope.
No.
Keep on moving.
But of course, every art piece has its own unique thing, and this art room is particularly one that I find very interesting, especially this wall right here. From afar, it doesn't look like just dots, it looks like different flowers planted at each different section along the coordinate plane.
Did you just make that up?
Maybe. Over here, we have, when you were a kid, if anyone remembers those ices, I mean, they still sell them now at supermarkets, but here this is like a larger version of that. Plastered on a blanket canvas. Another very interesting design that I found to be very cool is this one. You have ropes tied into some melted candy bags. Same type of idea. But this is giving like sun radiation because this is like the lines of the sun, if you can tell. But due to climate change, like the sun is like affected by this road. It's like constrained. It's a very interesting concept that this artist had.
I call them melted popsicle sticks.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites because I think I've genuinely seen nothing like this part of the museum. Actually, I've seen nothing like this whole museum, but Here we have the same idea of a smaller version in different shapes. I think stores should really adapt this artist technique and include popsicle sizes like this size, like a rhombus. We'll skip one of the sections for now because we've got to give people some space to appreciate and hold a special place in their heart for this type of work. So here we have. Would you like to say what this is?
Menstrual fluid.
Or blood dogs, you know, the blood donation drives. They use this, and you might be wondering, oh, did it go to a good cause? The blood that I donated 2 days ago? Yes, the cause is this museum that people paid $25 to get into. But it's worth it. It's something unique that you'll forever remember. Here, I wonder which one of you guys donated this little amount of blood. Because we have this huge bag, and then we only have this amount. Do better. Same design here. And no, it's not food coloring. It's real blood. Whoever did this did a better job at donating blood and really filling this whole section. Last but not least, we have the sandbox. As a child, you used to play with different equipment, and somebody did not clean up.
Discover. It talks to you.
Yeah, I didn't realize sandboxes can talk.
That's really creepy.
Speaker up there.
Anything else to add?
Yeah, so those people who left their instruments in the sandbox, they're now stored here, including pipes. What would you think that is in the back wall? I think that might be. Yeah, it's hard to say. I think that also looks like a shish kebab in the back. But I don't know why a shish kebab would be on the beach. Yeah. Very interesting music. Thank you guys for looking at this section as well with me.
Remember to like and subscribe.
I forgot to actually be in the clip, but I found this interesting. It's an igloo made out of foam, and then you'll see ropes that are cut and made into like a ship. Very different, like everything in this museum, but let's move on. So for about 1 minute, this is going to be me narrating some very interesting concepts. Now this is really cool. It's like an 8D figure and a big rock in the center. Yeah, and this is like the surround sound room with both speakers, yet they are rocks on a pole. Sometimes you have objects in the middle of the floor, like that just randomly placed, like this one. And here's the unfinished floor. Yes, we have been doing construction for a couple of years now, and we have big holes in our floor. I don't know why, but that's what the constructor said. Yeah, this is the inside of the floor. I think they did quite a big job. This is 100% safe. And here are the more random objects, which very intricate art design. This is like a gender reveal party where you have the blue and pink. Very interesting concept, like a maze. And then the ceilings. This area, they told us you're not allowed to walk in between them because obviously something can go wrong. So we just kept our distance. Finished housing work. This is probably one of my favorite pieces, the mirror dug in sand. And just this whole room, this is like a volcanic eruption. or part of the volcanic base, whereas this is like rocks that have accidentally fallen and the mirrors are cracked. Speaking of mirrors, this piece is at the top of my list. Broken glass, like broken person inside. And over here we have an interesting design, maybe illusion type, depending on the way and which side you look at it from. I believe it's made out of cardboard. As you guys can see, the pattern in this museum is very diverse. For each room you go into, it's either a light or something new. This is feather painted with a light inside. This is like a studio. Now look at this. I can't tell if this is part of the exhibition or not, but the rag on the floor is the rag on the floor. And now we have a glass with an outline and a painted wall, and as well as a signal that goes from left to right. Left to right. As for this, we have the unthinkable. You make what you want out of it. To me, it looks like banana scraps or... Now this wall is unreal. We have hundreds, if not thousands, of different words in different colors. Orange, yellow, pink, blue, green, red, going all the way to the end. From the start, all the way to the end of the wall. Let me know in the comments what you guys read. What's the first word that you saw? I think they forgot the parking lot is meant to be outside of the building, but yeah, it might be a slight misconception. Here's the empty room. Hello. Is there an echo? Oh. So, very interesting museum with an echo. Here is my point of view of the lake. We can go even further in over there. So let's do it. It's like you're going from one room to another, but it's all in the same room, the same vicinity. Wow. Definitely really, really cool and interesting concept. And you can go back around here. And this is back where we started. This is up on the third floor. As you can see, the staircase we used down over there. Then we had figures. It looked like a head hanging. But I think it's a knight armor's body. Here you have a mirror complexion. And then a woman taking photos of herself in this mirror. Very interesting design. Well, you know what? After all this walking, I'm getting kind of hungry. I don't know about you. Let's go get some food. Here we are at Bao Dumplings. I got my chicken and corn dumplings with my taro bubble tea with lychee jelly. And next I'm going to show our other main meals: white rice, veggies, and chicken. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a great day.